We're gonna do a review on my Evo 10. We're gonna drive it up Crystal Lake since I haven't really done any content on the Evo. So let's break it down and I'll tell you exactly what I have here. This is a 2008 Evo 10 SSS package. From what I remember, SSS package was the sight, sound, and something else. I forgot what it was. But basically, all it is, it comes with HIDs and Roxford system that comes in the car. I'll show you later. So basically, it's dropped on coilovers, BC Racing, and I'm running the Enki RPF ones. These are, I feel so bad. I don't remember the exact size. It's been a long time since I've actually looked at it. But I believe these are 18 by 10.5 or 10, but I think they're 10.5 plus 15 offset. And it comes with Brembos. I did not install those. Those came with the car. And I did install slotted rotors. I forgot what company made that. It's been a while since I installed those. The car came with the wing. It is a GSR package, but I took it off. I prefer the Evos without a wing. I think it looks a lot cleaner, and I think it looks a lot meaner. And there's a saying that be careful when you see a wingless Evo, saying that they're really fast. This car's not that fast. It's mildly modded, but it can box with some cars. It's not the slowest thing in the world. Some cool things about the Evo 10 that some people might not know: the fenders, the hood, and the roof are all aluminum, which is pretty cool for saving weight. And they do transfer the battery. They transfer the reservoir for like the windshield wiper fluid in the back for better balance. Another thing too that they do with the car, it has a functional scoop because the turbo is in the back, so it helps cool down the turbo. And then it has, these are all functional to let some hot air out of the engine bay. I need to get some new tires. My tires are pretty messed up. I'm running the NT05 tires, which are pretty sticky tires, but as you can see, they're pretty gone. They're about slicks about now, which is not smart running out here, but I'll do my best. I do have my Cars on Board sticker, which are online if you guys want to buy them. And then Jay Shields, we did a video with him to support his son, the Reach sticker, which I love the design. So it's on my car. Another thing that comes with the 2008, these tail lights are like pinkish reddish. I didn't like them, so I swapped them out for these, which are like the later model. I think they came out with the black housing in 2009. This is the first year, so this is 2008. Yeah, so I did that, and then I plasti dipped this guy, and I put a little flex fuel ethanol. The car is really not flex fuel. It's actually a dual map, 91 and E85, but I like having that badge. I think it's cool, so that's why I put it. The car is running on Perrin exhaust. See if you guys can see it. It's a basic 3-inch exhaust that goes all the way to the back. I do not have a downpipe, which is something I do want to install. The downpipe and the mid pipe are still stock, and the elbow of the turbo. Basically, from I have a test pipe all the way back is 3-inch. So it's pretty loud and pretty fun. Let me show you what's going on the inside. So the inside is actually really clean. This steering wheel, I replaced it because the old one got faded, and I bought this on eBay from some guy that was selling it. I think I bought it for $100 on a salvage car. It was like, came off of a 2014, I think, so it's pretty new. It's a little different. It has a little wrinkle in it. The 08s are pretty much just leather with no wrinkle. I have a AMS E85 and I have an AEM boost gauge. Some like cheap shift knob that I gotta replace. But everything pretty much is stock. Got Ice Cube right here chilling. And then let me show you the seats. The seats are Recaros that come equipped with the car. Pretty clean. Normal wear and tear right here, starting to fade out. Probably have to replace them, but overall the interior is super clean. I keep my cars pretty clean. I got this floor mat that doesn't come with the car. I bought this on eBay, which is pretty cool. As you can see, very spacious in the back. The seat's all the way back, just so I could show you, but I normally don't sit that far back. There's a lot of space in here for people to fit, which is another cool factor of having an Evo. Another thing too, this is like the all-wheel drive stuff. I always disable this off because it just honestly gets in the way. I don't know, the chemistry is gone when you change all the like original parts, like the suspension, all the hard work the engineers made with the suspension, the tire width and all that. I changed all that dynamic, so this just fights me. So I just basically turn it off all the time when I drive this car, because it just gets in the way, and it cuts off the power too when it starts to slip. So let's talk about the fun stuff, the motor. All right, pop there. So first of all, I'll start with the front mount. I'm running a AMS front mount intercooler. They're a US company, which is based out in Chicago, which is pretty cool. The interesting thing, most of the parts that you buy for Evos are not really Japanese parts. They're mostly ETS or AMS, which are both based in the United States. I think it's pretty fucking cool. The engine bay is dirty. I have not cleaned it. I'm sorry, but this is what it looks like when it's dirty. I'm running another AMS open air intake. Really loud and spooling. I'm running a upper intercooler piping. The turbo's in the back, as you can see. It's all shield, stock turbo, nothing too fancy. It comes with a stock brace. So that's pretty much it. Other than that, the motor is pretty much stock. So basically a bunch of bolt-ons. You got an intake, intercooler piping, you have 3-inch exhaust, you have some mechanism to control the boost with the ECU. That's called a 3-port. You have fuel injectors too. I forgot the rating on them. I think they're like 1100s or something like that. And they're FICs. I have a MAP Performance E85 kit that comes with a filter for the fuel pump, and then like a holder for the fuel pump. But basically this car runs on 91 octane, and then once I run that down, I can switch it to 85 if I like. On 91, this car put on a Mustang dyno, the heartbreak dyno, 289 horsepower. I forgot the torque, I don't remember the torque, but it's like pretty close to it. And then on 85, it made 349 horsepower, and I don't remember the torque on that. It was pretty good. I think it was like 340 or something like that. So that's pretty much it on the car. I'm gonna start reviewing it, so stick around, guys. So today we're driving my 2008 Evo 10 SSR or GSR SSR package. Best way I could describe an Evo, like a family sedan car that's fucking fast. When I first got this car, I basically all I installed was a test pipe, 3-inch exhaust, and an intake, and I ran it like that for like a couple years, maybe a year or two. The car was phenomenal. Another good thing about the Evo is that it handles so good. It's like well-rounded. There's space, it's fast, and it handles like crazy. Now the car, what's set up is basically, it's got an intake, it's got intercooler piping, stock turbo, it's got basically full exhaust other than the downpipe, and upgraded injectors and upgraded fuel pump. And the car's running on 85 right now, so we're gonna do the review on 85. Here's up straight away. Let me punch it. It's fast, this car, man. It's a scary fast. Like before you know it, you'll punch it, and you'll get to the next turn, and you're like, oh, I gotta slow down. But the good thing, this car does come with Brembos, and it helps you stop. So where I was saying, this car is running on 85. It is making on a Mustang dyno. Made 349 horsepower, and I believe like on any other dyno it would be like close to 400. I love this car, and I just love that smell of 85. This smells like alcohol. I love that smell. I can never get enough of it. If I drive it a lot to long places, I'll run it on 91, and then when I decide to I want a little bit of power, I'll switch it up to 85. All I have to do is let it run down the gas, and then I can pump that 85, and it's like a 60 horsepower difference, and it's like night and day. I would say 80% of the time it's on 85. So people asked in the video where I did the vlog with this car, they were asking me what does it take to run 85 on this car or on their car. I don't know for your car what it takes, but I can tell you what it takes for this car. For this car, you basically have to get higher injectors, like in the thousands. You have to get a fuel pump that delivers enough fuel, like the Walbor 455. You have to get a tune. You have to get a filter for the fuel pump that has to be changed, that's compatible with the 85. And supposedly the 85 will eat your hoses. I haven't had an issue yet, and I've been running 85 for I think 3 years now. 3 or 4 years. This car is all-wheel drive. The way you drive this car is not like most cars. When it's an all-wheel drive car, when you're taking turns, you don't want to be off the throttle, and you don't want to be neutral throttle. You kind of want to constantly give throttle through a turn. That's how the front end and the front tires and the all-wheel drive gets you through that turn. Like here's a sharp turn right here. I'll get on the brakes. Oh, there's so but right here I punch it and it'll just get me through the turn. Right here I'm in third gear, I'm gonna downshift to second. Look at that, this car just handles. And the tires are gone on this car too. Let's get through the turns. It's so nice going through here. It's a beautiful day here up in Azusa Canyons on my way to Crystal Lake. So see, that's all second gear. I could probably cruise this thing in third gear all the way, honestly. This thing's just fast. Look at that. I don't even have to get on it. Half throttle, this thing's already fast. It's scary how fast this cars can be. Like, the Miata is always funner up here because I'm full throttle. This car, I'm like quarter throttle, half throttle. It's just too fast. It's too fast up here. Second gear. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Now start going through it. This car is so fast. I get scared driving this car every time up here. It's super fast. Here's a second. But anyone thinking to get an Evo, go out and get yourself one. I always get the question, what do you prefer better, a Evo 8 or 9 or the Evo 10? Honestly, I've driven both and they're both different cars. My cousin had an Evo 9 that was way faster than this car with a neck like about almost another extra 100 horsepower. The difference is that the Evo 10 is more like a daily, and the Evo 8 and 9 is more of a track car. It's more raw. You feel the road more, and then the motor's a lot stronger too. Like, I feel like it always gets like an extra 20 horsepower or an extra 40 horsepower than the Evo 10s with about the same amount of mods. But if I had to choose, I would go with the Evo 9 because it's just a more raw car. You feel the road more. It has more potential and it's faster, honestly. Here's a straightaway. Woo! Wow! That E85 is beautiful. Man, this car makes me laugh every time. Makes me smile. I don't even know what to rephrase this as, but it's just its own thing. It's an Evo. Like I said in the documentary when I did my car for Cars on Board, this car is gonna be a classic. Fast. It responds to mods really easy. The all-wheel drive handles like crazy good. You can fit people in here. They look nice. It's just one of those cars. Like, no matter if it's an Evo 8, Evo 9, or Evo 10 that was offered here in the States, these cars are gonna hold their value really well. All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap up this video reviewing my Evo 10. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a blast filming it. If anybody wants their car to be reviewed, go ahead and message me or DM me on our Instagram, which is Cars on Board. And we also have a Facebook if you guys want to follow us there at Cars on Board channel. And then we have an online store too if you guys want to support the channel. We have key tags, stickers, and Broadway mirrors as well. Here's one of the stickers so you can see. All proceeds go to supporting the channel to produce more content like this. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one.